I'll train Reactor spin fire. The NFT analyzer, diving deep into projects. He's the crypto energizer. From your meme coins to tokens, he's got all the intel. Web3 wizardry, he'll show you where to excel. He's got
Boom. And we're live. Good morning, guys. Mega GMs. Happy Friday. It is May 21st. My goodness. A pretty special fucking day for NFTs yesterday. Thank you to Luke and Nets and Igloo Inc. and Pudgy Penguins and man, a historic day for NFTs. What else can you say? Man, we're going to get to this pretty darn quick, but we've got now the world's first NFT ETF, not approved yet, by the way. It's not approved, it's filed, right? Like submitted, there's a process, right? You file, you have to get recognized by the SEC. They have to acknowledge your submission, and then there's a process to approve it. But that ball's rolling. So I didn't think we'd see it happen. Even if I predicted we would see them, I wasn't sure that would happen. I'll tell you why. I mean, there's a pretty good reason why. We even chatted with an expert about that. Also didn't think we'd see an NFT ETF, and I think for good reasons. Joanna, good morning. TGIF, bro. It's great seeing you, dude, in the Good Vibes Club chat. That was cool. I've seen a few familiar faces there, which is, super, super, super cool. Anyway, let's get right into this, guys. Smash the like on the show wherever you're watching. If you're on Abstract, if you're on X, if you're on YouTube, I'm dropping a link to Abstract. But definitely make sure you subscribe over here on SlamX official. Channel's going through a rename here, coming up really, really soon. I do not want you to miss the videos, the shorts, the extra content that is coming. So subscribe so you don't miss the videos when we do, go live, keep dropping more. And again, if you don't catch the live shows, then this is where you go to catch up on those. By the way, no Swarm Report today. Monday through Friday, 2 p.m. Eastern Time, we do our AI show, the Swarm Report, covering the AI market and biggest happenings across AI, crypto, non-crypto too, just AI in general. It's a great way to stay plugged into that ecosystem. You really should be doing that. Again, a 99% chance there is no Swarm Report today. Maybe surprising it happens, but no, probably not. Anyway, guys, let's get to it. Also follow CryptoSlam.io over on X. Spicy things coming really soon. I got my hands on one of the products yesterday. It's a treat. It's so cool. I'm so excited for the next phase. It's the next phase of CryptoSlam. It's CryptoSlam 2.0. It's not NFTs. We'll say it's NFTs too. It's everything. It's everything. Let's just say we're evolving. It's an AI company now, centered around blockchain data, not NFT data, but blockchain, everything. So big stuff coming. Erock, good morning. Archivio, good morning. Great to see you, boys. Follow SlamAI_XYZ. That's to keep up with the broader Slam AI ecosystem. A lot coming there too, guys. Partnerships to announce, products to be revealed. Really, really cool stuff there. And then our flagship AI agent, that is the Swarm. You can follow at the Swarm_AI. We'll peek at how that token's looking this morning. Oh, you can follow me as well. Hudah_idiot. Also on X. Follow your boy right on over there. Here's a look at the Swarm this morning. Actually, kind of cool. Like I say, and I'll say again, I don't care about the price. I do like to check in on it and see how it's performing. I think people like the virtuals news, and that's, by the way, without even a big old announcement here yet. Zep, good morning, man. Good to see you, brother. So you got the virtuals tease earlier this week. You saw the a layout of the virtuals new ACP Swarm, right? The hedge fund trading DAO with the Swarm right in there with AIXPT. Really freaking cool. Again, I think people like it. I think most people still don't know, which is super exciting. Market cap 1.2 mil. FDV now up to 2.4 mil. Again, looking pretty nice. Excited for what's coming here. All right, so we're going to jump right to the market because then I want to get to the Pudgy Penguin stuff. Huge news. Erock, was it you that had the little Pudgy sell yesterday, right? Benny, good morning. We know why now, right? Here's Bitcoin, just about 84K. In fact, let me refresh here. Let me see exactly where we're at. Yeah, 83K. ETH 1900, Ripple 237, and we're Solana 125. A gut feel. It's a gut feel. I imagine, yeah, E-Rock, bro. I mean, luckily they pulled right on back. It does make sense, dude. Yeah. I'm gonna look at floor prices today. We'll peek at that. But man, it was such big news yesterday. Well, I think short term we're going lower. That simple. No rate cuts. Nothing on the horizon right here, right now that moves this market up. M2's looking great. Stablecoin supply looking strong. I mean, all-time high still. But there's nothing really there yet that makes people have to go and scoop up that Bitcoin. Nobody's feeling like this sounds silly, but like that euphoria is not here. That euphoria I don't think is close yet. And you need that for that next leg up, the resume banana zone. I can't wait for that. That is coming. It's just not right now. I don't think it's now. That said, it's just intuition, instinct. I think we grind lower for a bit. Looking at ETFs, Bitcoin, a decent day yesterday. Actually, we've had, look at that, five straight days of inflows, which is great. It was a rough 3-4 weeks before that. But you see there 165 mil in inflows. Again, that's the Bitcoin ETFs. On the ETH side, 12.5 mil in outflows. Okay? But the big news, the big news yesterday, it's massive. It's huge. It is Igloo Inc. announcing through Canary Capital a new ETF filing. Guys, it's a PENGU plus Pudgy Penguins NFT ETF. Huge freaking news. It's so. We've never had it in NFTs. So first off, it's historic. No matter what happens, whether if it's denied, if it happens and nobody cares, still it's a historic thing that's happening here. Didn't think we'd see a Pudgy Penguins ETF. Now, that said, you go through my timeline, you go scroll through X, and you see I've predicted something with Pudgy Penguins ETFs. I said something is coming in the world of investments with Pudgy NFTs. And I thought ETF when Pudgy started working very closely with Van Eck, right? At that point, I'm like, okay, we're getting a Pudgy Penguin ETF. We had Nate Geraci on the show. Nate Geraci, let's pull him up, is the ETF guy. If you think of like the expert in ETFs, you probably jump right to Nate. President of the ETF store, hosts a podcast on SlamX, part of our SlamX family. He's part of the Crypto Slam and Slam AI family. Awesome freaking guy. We've had him on the show twice. And fortunate enough, I got to go on his show, tell his audience about meme coins and NFTs. So cool. And the ETF Prime, by the way, that's his podcast here in the SlamX family here. Nate was on the show, asked him about NFT ETFs, and he said, I don't think so. He didn't think so. And reason being, and this makes perfect sense to why I changed my thoughts. I'm like, maybe not. Maybe no NFT ETFs. Look, the prices swing so drastically, but that wasn't even the real reason. The real reason is they're priced differently, right? Fungible token stocks, all that stuff, that makes total sense to have, a basket of that people can buy and trade, right? An NFT, NFTs are not created equal. This Pudgy Penguin is not worth what this Pudgy Penguin's worth. That's simple. How do you value that? And as somebody who's buying the ETF, how do you price that appropriately? Do you think these ETF traders are going to go in and look at the holdings of the ETF? Again, Canary Capital. Do you think they're going to be public? Well, they have to be, by the way. They're on chain. But do you think people are going to go look at what Pudgy Penguins they hold at the moment to decide if they're going to buy into that ETF? And again, a pretty extreme difference. Let's go to Magic Eden. But between floor prices and something that's even mid-tier and then something that's even upper-tier rare. Like, how do you price that? How does an investor price that? Floor on Pudgy Penguins, 9.6 ETH. But I'm like, we scroll just a few down and we're 10 plus. And so, like Nate's saying, I'm like, it's weird to me. Because of that, I'm like, okay, maybe NFT ETFs aren't possible. Maybe they don't make sense. Again, they're different prices. But still, the magic happened. I'm blown away. I'm blown away. So what you're seeing here, it's a PENGU plus Pudgy Penguin NFT ETF. You've got Solana and ETH combined in a single asset. It's wild. I think we're talking 85% PENGU, 15% Pudgy Penguin NFTs. And look, man, if this gets attention, if it gets approved and it gets attention and people out in TradFi look at this as a way to get exposure to an NFT, a top tier. Hang on. Choin, is that like an emergency? Let me peek. Oh, are we talking this right here, Choina? Choina in the chat, just let me know there's something going on with the post. I was hoping it wasn't the account. Wait. Is it the whole account? Or just that post? I just want to make sure, guys, there's so much like scammy stuff going on out there. Something weird going on with the Crypto Slam Expo. Yeah, Choina, is it just the video stream you're worried about? Or was there more going on? Account looked okay. Apologies, guys. I just want to make sure. We're seeing big accounts getting hacked. So I just want to make extra sure that we're safe here. Should be. We should be. Yeah, stream got nuked. Which, no biggie. I'll put out a new link. Okay, that was it. Okay. Tell you what, then I'm going to tweet out the... we'll tweet out the abstract stream. Okay, yeah, weird. Normally if the... No, all good, dude. No, all good. I had a little scare yesterday with one of our accounts. Because, like, I look at DMs, and I saw a scammer in the DMs messaging and, like, trying to get somebody to click links. I'm like, oh, shit. Okay, all good there. I'll tweet out the abstract link then, and we'll kind of continue on here. So normally if the X stream goes down, the YouTube stream goes too. Super weird. Like, that's normally what it's going to do. YouTube stream seems okay. Like, give me a heads up, guys. If YouTube does get nuked too, send me a DM on X or something. Just let me know. But we're probably okay here. I'm going to double check one more thing. Boom. Oh, yeah, so weird. Yeah, I see the stream dead. It just timed out. Weird. Okay. Any spaces going on right now that got nuked too? Here, I'm kind of curious. Let me check that. X has had some trouble lately too. Do you guys see any spaces or video streams going on? I think they're all down. Check it out. Like, I don't see any streams going on. Yeah, I wonder if everybody got nuked. Who else streams right now? Easy does, right? Oh, and hang on. Will we be live? Let me see. I think he was live. Yeah, I think his stream got nuked too. Unless he shut it down. He might have shut it down. All right, well, no, shit. Other guys are there. Others are streaming, so just us. All right, whatever. Murray, good morning, man. Hey, really nice tweet from you yesterday. Appreciate that, brother. Super, super nice of you, man. All right, let's continue on. Pudgy ETF. So again, yeah, two different kind of assets combined in the same ETF. So it's like a wrapper, right? If TradFi guys look at this as a way to get exposure to NFTs, and by the way, it's getting like a share of an NFT, right? Maybe it's like a 25. There is a price for the ETF, right? Maybe it's buying it for like $25 and you get a share of a Pudgy Penguin, like a basket of Pudgy Penguins. Pretty cool. It's pretty damn cool. Like, it is a milestone. No matter what, that's a big, big, big milestone for NFTs. And actually, I got to find this now. It's not the first. It's not going to be. Let me rephrase this. It will not be the last. That's what we mean to say. It is the first to be filed, not the first to get approved. We'll see if somebody beats them to it. It's not the last. We saw a tweet from Garga from Yuga Labs saying something like really, really teasy that there's like a Yuga Labs, maybe like Bored Ape, Mutant Ape ETF coming too. Let's see if we can find that. I think that's coming. I think we'll see some of the I think we'll see a lot of top tier NFTs with an ETF wrapper. Crypto Garga. All right, let's see if we can find that. I think it's a big deal. Maybe we've tapped ourselves out from getting like NFT bros into these NFTs, right? Because I don't have a Bored Ape still. Would I maybe buy a Bored Ape through an ETF? That's possible. It's actually possible. I wouldn't say no. I think that's the next phase to come. Oh, there we go. Yep, boom. Cool to see. Expect more like this to come. Look, he's saying there's a Bored Ape ETF coming. He is. And it'll be, I bet, the exact same. I bet it's going to be ApeCoin wrapped with Bored Ape NFTs. I think so. Cardno, good morning, man. It's very rare to see our bro Cardno here. Good shit. Good to see you, man. Anyway, pretty damn cool. Expect to see a lot more of that. Beanie breaking this down. You know what I didn't do that I normally do is take screenshots, feed it into Chat GPT, have it like summarize for me. I run the AI for everything now. It's so cool, so convenient. Like makes this shit so easy. But yeah, it is a big deal. According to the filing, PENGU is a utility token. I like this a lot, by the way. I think we're heading into like a different world for fungible tokens, right? Meme coins as a gambling kind of vehicle, never going to die, but it's different now. It's different. It just is. Things coming down to being like a little more realistically priced for now. And you know, what's a pure gambling token worth? It's just whatever it's worth, the attention it has at the moment. Nobody's paying attention. Utility tokens different. And they get the memeability baked into actual utility too. Let's see what that looks like when you can buy it through an ETF. And those buyers, those TradFi guys, start thinking of it as, well, an asset that works in an ecosystem to do what? X, to do whatever it is. Really curious how this plays out, but this space is maturing really fast right in front of our eyes, guys. Yeah, this is super interesting. The way they describe the NFTs, non-fungible tokens, they explain like the definition of an NFT. The uniqueness can be divided in smaller numbers, which kind of the wrapper's doing, right? The ETF is kind of doing that. Man, this is so neat. I do want to see, well, it's kind of what they have here, but I want to see how how they explain it to investors, because they are priced so differently. And man, because the prices swing so drastically too. But it's PENGU that should kind of balance it out. So interesting basket, interesting like investment. Really cool. Really cool. Okay, so we'll come back to NFTs. We'll go back to Magic E and look at floor prices, get a feel for where this market's going here, short term, medium term, long term. But for now, let's keep on keeping on. Yesterday, Donald Trump, he did not speak at that digital asset summit. He had a pre-recorded video that said, he said good things. You know, made me smile a bit. Let's check that out.
At the Blockworks Digital Assets Summit, it's an honor to speak with you about how the United States is going to dominate crypto and the next generation of financial technologies. And it's not going to be easy, but we're way ahead. Just 2 weeks ago, we hosted the first ever White House Digital Asset Summit, bringing together many of the world's top leaders in crypto for long-term value, which is exactly what Biden did. He got a fraction of their value. We're ending the last administration's regulatory war on crypto and Bitcoin, and that includes stopping the lawless Operation Choke Point 2.0.
Thank you, sir.
Operation Choke Point went beyond regulation, and I mean far beyond. It was a form of lawfare through government weaponization. Frankly, it was a disgrace. But as of January 20th, 2025, all of that is over.
Do you know what, man? I didn't listen to the whole thing. Sorry, like hearing him talk about horrible things that happened, which Operation Choke Point was, and hearing him going off script a little bit, talking about how horrible it was, love that. That's the kind of thing that gives me confidence that, look, maybe he's not a crypto blockchain expert. He's not. But it helps me understand that he gets what we've been going through here for years at this point. That was awesome to hear.
Operation Choke Point went beyond regulation, and I mean far beyond. It was a form of lawfare through government weaponization.
Maybe he's
Frankly,
on the
it
script.
was a disgrace. But as of January, rules
It's
for
really
it
cool.
to take part in one of the most exciting technological revolutions in modern history.
Yes, sir.
It's so big, it's, I think, as big as you can get. Pioneers like you will be able to improve our banking and payment system and promote greater privacy,
Guys.
safety, security, and wealth for American consumers and businesses alike.
That is fucking beautiful, right? It's not guys talking about token price. I'm kind of over that. I mean, you know what? It's not. I like token price go up. But I'm over token price being the main thing, the main talking point about crypto. It's the same thing going on in AI right now. CZ weighed in on that this week, is in saying, hey, we not all AI needs a token. But the thing is, I still think everything is better with a token because I think everything is better on chain. And it has to do with the things that Trump was just mentioning there. It's the, it's like the visibility, right? It's putting things on this public ledger, on these secure public ledgers. It's a security thing. It's the interoperability. It's all these other things that come with blockchain that make it so special. And so, yes, doing our banking on chain, yes. All these things. I'm really happy to hear him talking about the things that, honestly, guys, we love the token because of the price. We fell in love and we stayed because we believe the tech changes everything. Hearing him talk about that and focusing on that is incredible.
You will unleash an explosion of economic growth, and with the dollar-backed stablecoins, you'll help expand the dominance of the U.S. dollar, and many, many years to come, it'll be at the top, and that's where we want to keep it. We only want to keep it at the top country, and it is exciting to watch as you invent the future of finance. And right here, it's going to be right here in the USA, the good old USA.
Man, special things are brewing, man. It's in the works. It's coming in this future. It's probably, we're talking years still, but then again, guys, and it's still years, but think of how fast this space has evolved from NFTs being a thing that a few people heard of, and we felt this tight, small community, and it still is relatively small, tight, but now to have a president with multiple NFT collections, the United States shaping policy around blockchain, come on. So that kind of crazy future and growth that I expect to see here over the next few years might happen a lot faster than I may have thought before. Even now, it's coming here. And here's the government again. It's a total 180 from what they did before to what they do now. Again, enforcement, regulation by enforcement, no more. Now it's regulation by providing some regulatory clarity. Here's the SEC confirming that Bitcoin and proof of work mining are not securities. There we go. There we go. The industry's been waiting for things like that. And we're getting it. We're getting it. This means people can full throttle build now without having this thing hanging over them. This thing hanging over where you think at any time they're coming after you. They're going to kill everything you're building. It's done. It's done. So this guidance on proof of mining, incredible. This is on the SEC's website, I believe. It's a different game now. Incredible to see. And then this is probably, as bigger than the Pudgy ETF. Different thing entirely, right? But, okay, US aid. It's a problem. I don't, dude, if you're left-leaning, right-leaning, it doesn't matter. It shouldn't matter. The fraud that's been found in US aid, sorry, I think there's been a lot of fraud found there. That, for some reasons, like become a political kind of take. For whatever reason, I think people should assume there's been a lot of fraud everywhere in the government. And that's not just us here in the States, it's everywhere. But the solution to this is put it all on chain. And that's exactly what it sounds like the Trump administration is looking to do. So looking to restructure U.S. aid and put it on chain so we know where this shit's going. And by the way, it's not even aid, right? It's not aid. It's the acronym, right? But it's the Agency for International Development. And again, it's not aid like you would think. It's not like disaster relief stuff like that. No, it's like giving money to countries for some pretty out there shit in some cases. It's a little deceiving the way it's named. But that said, put it on chain. Make it all so you can trace it. What chain does it go on? It's not going on Bitcoin. Maybe we get happening. Maybe it goes on Bitcoin. You put it on Solana. You put it on ETH. Like, where do you put this? What's up, Heidi? It's good to see you. Man, Plasticity Sites, Plasticites. Sorry, my bad. My bad. Thank you very much, dude. Appreciate you, man. Good to see you. Dude, it's huge. This is huge. Put it on chain. Now, oh, yeah, what chain, though? Base? Look, we got Base. We got Solana. We got ETH. We've got new blockchains that are popping up that are going to be just for things like this. I kind of think it might be on its own chain. I wouldn't be shocked to see the government launch its own blockchain. I would probably bet some money on that, to be honest. Maybe an ETH L2, right? I have a feeling U.S. government's going to have a chain. Right? Why wouldn't they? And then you transact on the chain. They've got a token earning fees. Maybe it's got a stable coin, that is the payment token of the chain. I bet you we see a U.S. government blockchain. I would bet money on that. I hope they can keep it decentralized because that matters. It does. Now I'm going to show you guys something. I don't know if this really made the rounds yesterday, but it's kind of related, kind of. There is supposedly something very, very bad that's about to get announced about the U.S. economy. I don't know if you guys heard this, saw this, whatever. It sounds like it's pretty fucking big. That said, I don't know this guy. I did ask a couple people who do know who he is, say he's a very reputable guy. Anthony Pompliano. I've heard the name, but I don't know who he is. Founder, CEO of Professional Capital Management. I don't know this guy. But again, I talked to some people who say that's a very reputable dude. ICO Beast retweeted him too and said, this is a guy he didn't say I vouch for him, but he basically said that. Anthony's saying, I spoke with someone in D.C. this week that told me about a data discrepancy. It's been uncovered by the administration related to spending in the economy. If it ends up being true, this will be a national scandal unlike anything we've seen before. Out of caution, not sharing the info till there's a consensus agreement on the discrepancy, but what's going on in D.C. worse than we all thought. And what the thing that we all thought or think is that they're fudging the numbers and that there's a whole lot of skimming off and scammy shit going on with the money and who's getting it and how much. And we know, this will get to some crazy shit. We know there's money going to places that's not even on the books, right? Some people, conspiracy theorists, say that might be a little bit of what 9/11 was about. Right? We have billions missing every year, just gone, not on the books. Nobody knows where it goes. And we know, hey, we'll stay in conspiracy theory land. We know there's some black programs to reverse engineer alien tech. We know that's a thing. We don't know where the money is. There's no trail. Maybe they're onto something here. Don't know what it is yet. Some interesting replies in this too, though. People suggesting, let's see, the economic data has been manufactured since 2022. We've been in a recession ever since. Anthony replies, strong argument for that, but this is more systemic and even more concerning. So bigger than just fake numbers about the economy. Hang on. What would the consensus be? Weeks or months? He's saying weeks. So this is coming really, really soon. Somebody asked good or bad for Bitcoin. He says indirectly good, but would rather news be, good for the country and bad for Bitcoin. If he had to choose, good for the country. I like that. Good. Let's see if this is real. Again, people are saying he's a reputable dude. There were a couple other replies in here, but again, whatever that is, just pure speculation here. But it sounds big. Maybe good for Bitcoin. I don't know. I'm with him. I'd rather it be good for everybody, the economy, bad for I would prefer that, to be honest. I don't want to see people get wrecked. Okay, I said that and I don't even believe it. The words came out of my mouth because it's the right thing to say, but whatever. Bitcoin number go up. Casper. Does he pump Shill's mattresses? Okay, hang on. I've never heard of him. But it's one of those things when I hear the name, I'm like, I know I've heard the name. You know what I mean? I'm just seeing the chat, by the way. In my humble opinion, regulatory clarity and ending 2.0 much bigger than the strategic Bitcoin reserve. Yes, sir. Volatility G. Ambro. Yeah, I don't know that guy. Again, the name is familiar, but I don't know the guy. He's a good guy, a veteran. Good book that he published. Not crypto native. Okay, interesting. So do you guys buy what he's selling? Do you think there's something pretty fucking wild coming? Let me see his face. Yeah, dude, he doesn't even look familiar. Yeah, I don't think I know the guy. But if he's saying that, do you buy it? Do you think there's something really fucking wild coming? Yeah, I've never seen him before. Okay. I've heard the name. I've never seen this dude. Dude, I wonder what it is. I wish there was a little more. I wish there's more. I wish there was a little more speculation. Dude, I wonder what it is. Shush it. Shush it. Okay. Sorry about that. You probably heard a little echo, maybe. We'll see. He's a Bitcoin maxi. Okay. Man, shit. Whatever it is sounds spicy. Put it on chain. Everything's coming on chain, boys. Everything. Look at this. Uranium Digital raised $6.1 million led by Framework. Bring in uranium trading on chain, on Solana. I like it. Bring it all on chain. All of it. All of it. I like it. Stablecoin market cap, too. Mentioned this briefly earlier. And we've mentioned this in the past, too. Keeps climbing to new all-time highs. Further and further higher. Higher and higher. Higher. Stablecoin market cap surpasses $230 billion for the first time ever. First time ever. So bullish. I will say in the past that used to be bullish, like an indicator that market's going up. Right? Used to be that. Used to be an indicator that we're about to run. People either buying into crypto via stablecoins first, then, kind of sidelined, or it could be the other way. It's that people are selling their crypto and stabling up. That's a big part of what's happening here. But I think you can assume that stablecoin, those stablecoins, is basically it's holders waiting to decide where they want to deploy those stablecoins. $230 billion sitting on the sidelines. That said, as this space grows and matures, you can use your stablecoins to buy things. You don't need to swap to these native tokens. You don't have to. So more and more, there's a thought that stablecoins remain stablecoins. They don't have to swap into these other tokens. So that being used as an indicator, still an indicator, doesn't mean maybe what it used to mean, at least as much as it used to. I like that volatility. Stables will be a $5 trillion market in 3 to 5 years. I agree. It's why you see the Trumps going into stablecoins. Like, the writing is on the wall when you saw how much money Tether made. It's big money. And the United States government looking to really assert the U.S. dollar's dominance, do it via USD-backed stablecoins. Yeah, it makes perfect sense. Going to be huge. And it will be the main attack vector to, attack crypto, killing stablecoins. Remember, stablecoins are scary, man. In a way, they're scary. You can burn, like Circle can burn your USDC in your wallet. They can freeze your USDC. Tether, I imagine the same thing, right? These stablecoins, it's a little something there that's a little yikes, a little bit. Pakistan looking to legalize Bitcoin and crypto. We like that. And then finally on that front here, guys, Metaplanet, we talk about them regularly. Often buying Bitcoin. They're like the MicroStrategy or strategy of Japan. Continuing to buy more Bitcoin. This is not a purchase. This is them hiring or bringing on Eric Trump as a strategic advisor to help drive Bitcoin adoption. Cool shit. Bitcoin. It's a Bitcoin world, man. It is. The NFT market, boys. It's okay. It's okay. 14.7 mil in cross-chain sales yesterday. Sellers up, buyers down. Don't love that. Transactions up. Average sale price up. Trade profits still right around $1 million in the negative here. Top collections here in the past 24 hours. Courtyard on top. D-Market. Pudgy Penguins, Gilded Guardian Heroes, and Avatars. Money laundering. Also, I think money laundering. Lil Pudgy, Space Apes, Good Vibes Club still in the top 10. And in fact, if I blow these guys and these guys away, they're up here around 8. SMB would be in the top 10, and CryptoPunks would then round out your top 10. I will say these two here, I think there's a lot of wash in these collections. Pump got popular last cycle, left YouTube after shilling Celsius. It was apologetic about it, but his viewers got wrecked, yeah. Raoul Powell did the same, right? Was he a Celsius shiller? Insider Trading Eric. That's his new name. Insider Eric. Your top sales here. A couple of CryptoPunks. Nothing crazy yesterday. But some CryptoPunks, 51 ETH, 47.5 ETH. So we're still talking right about $100,000 a pop. Some Pudgies on the move. Love to see it. That ETF news. I got a lot of Pudgies. Yeah, a lot of Pudgies, actually. Man, these are great. Okay, boys, we got the Taproot Wizards mint coming up. Henry and I were on the phone a bit yesterday. Speaking of Henry, we'll make that our theme song, our song of the segment here. All right, we had somebody. I've been debating doing this, by the way. We have somebody selling their Taproot Wizard whitelist. I was legitimately considering selling mine. I'm not now. I'm not. So I had a chat with Henry. We're probably going to go in on a couple and just split the risk and split the gains. I do think they're going to be up big. I do. I don't think you lose on these. And I could be wrong. In fact, it was a really good chat. It's like, here's the thought process. The thought process is, man, why would we assume that these are going to cook when we don't know where the buyers are? Who's spending 0.3, 0.4, 0.5 on anything on Bitcoin these days? And here and there you see it, but not much. But if we thought so many people were going to come in and buy a Taproot Wizard off us for 0.5 Bitcoin, why didn't they go buy the two Quantum Cats for 0.11, 0.13? They fell pretty far. Why didn't they go buy them for that? And then get the discount, 0.1. Basically, 0.3 Bitcoin would get you a Taproot Wizard. Why didn't we see that selling like crazy? If we're so sure, right, so sure that that's going to happen, then why didn't they do that? If we're so sure secondary is going to cook. We'll see. We'll see. So volatility. So I'm not going to sell now. I think Henry and I are going half. And Choina, believe me, I don't have it. That's why I was going to sell it. But if Henry and I, if we're gonna do halvesies, we've got the entangled pair, so that's just 0.05. I can come up with 0.05. I will have to sell stuff. I'm not liquid at all, right? Sell stuff, 0.05 there, and then the other one will split as well, so 0.1. So I am in the whole 0.15, which isn't crazy. We've got two Taproot Wizards to work with, so we can sell one, and if we break even, it's just. Yeah, I think that's the way to work. We're still working out the dynamics, like what does it look like? Where do we think it goes? Where do we sell? But yeah, I think we'll just split them both. I think we'll just split them both. Hey, I mean, if it gets to it, I may have to sell Good Vibes to cover my side. We'll see. I might have to. I love those things so much, dude. I think Good Vibes Club are going to be phenomenal, but only if the NFT market cooks. Like, if we get to the point where Pudgies are back to 30 ETH, I think Good Vibes Club will be 3 ETH. You know what I mean? Like, I think they've got a really, really, really bright future ahead if the NFT market does well. Otherwise, I think they remain a good vibe collection. But Taproot Wizards, that is the biggest, hottest thing coming up here. So this guy sold his whitelist for $1,800. No collateral, so I think this is bullshit, to be honest. But then Udi chimed in here. Where's the Udi reply? Hang on. There he is. There's Udi. If we catch someone buying or selling whitelist spots, we're going to remove them from the whitelist. I don't like that, dude. I don't have a problem with people selling. I don't get it. If people earned a whitelist, let them sell it. What's the difference of selling the whitelist or selling like the asset as soon as you mint it? I'm not against it. I just don't understand it. Yeah, I don't understand the thought process here. I don't see why that's a big deal. Yeah, what exactly is the problem there? I'm trying to think through it. They did announce something actually pretty darn spicy for this mint coming up, though. Which is, guys, you can actually mint these with Sol. That's kind of a needle mover, kinda. And that's only going to apply really to public sale, right? So when we hit public sale and we hit Dutch auction time, through your Phantom wallet, you can actually pay with Sol. It's pretty damn cool. Does that move the needle? I actually think so. You got a lot of whales on Solana. So Henry and I were chatting about this a little bit yesterday too. You got some Solana native guys. Well, no, maybe it's this simple. Doesn't matter what blockchain you're a maxi of, Solana or ETH or what, it doesn't matter. You're still a Bitcoin guy. Everybody is, right? I think this does open the door to, it doesn't take many people, by the way, 50, 25, whatever. There's a certain number of like big Solana whales and traders and whatever that this makes it that much easier for them. And that's all you got to do is make it a little easier for them And all of a sudden, they don't feel like they're trading their Bitcoin for this asset. It's just swapping Solana for a premium Bitcoin asset. I think that moves the needle, and it's going to be good optics for public sale. I think public sale cooks. And if that public sale, I think that public sale might matter a lot. Dutch auction, wherever that sells out at, this is pretty obvious, right? But wherever that sells out at, kinda sets your target for secondary. So if it sells out at, I don't know, 0.5, game on when Taproot Wizards start dropping. It's going to get really fucking interesting. You imagine at 0.5, a lot of people are going to try to sell too, right? A lot. I imagine if Henry and I are sharing 2, I imagine we're probably trying to let one go if it's 0.5. Dude, I don't know if we can even predict what's coming. It's going to be so interesting. I do think they can pull back to close to mint price, 0.2. I don't think they hit mint or fall below, but I wouldn't be surprised for a bit, even if it's a day or two, to see them at like 0.21, 0.23-ish ballpark. And I think they settle around 0.3-ish. I don't know. What's up, Token? Extractor shits on everyone, steers everyone to Solana. Opcat's not. Dude, I'm curious about all that. That's also like Henry and I have some very real talks about Udi and about like what have they built. I got Udi totally wrong, or I got like Taproot Wizards totally wrong. I'm like, okay, dude, they raised all this money. You don't raise money for nothing. Investors are not giving money for nothing. There's something they're building. I imagine they're funding things to build out Opcat. Like they must know it's coming, and they're going to build out products. I'm way wrong. I think they got investors for the vibe. The investors are going to make money on Taproot Wizards, the end, and Quantum Cat sale, right? The end. It's, I don't think they're building any kind of products. They're just building a community. And I'll also say, I don't think it's a strong community. It's just not. Like, that Discord's not hypey. It's great, guys. And not a comment on the people there. People that are there are fucking awesome. I really like them. But, like, if I compare Good Vibes community to, they're so different. I don't even want to make that comparison, because right now in Good Vibes, it's a lot of floor talk, which is not like the vibes. In Taproot Wizards, it's technical talk. It's different. So I really like the Taproot Wizards community, but the point there is they didn't build a big, thriving community. God, even that sounds wrong. They got a community. It's just not big. Maybe that's the point. It's just not what I would have expected from a, $30 million type of company. Anyway, all those points I agree with. I don't think they built much anything. They built a community. I do think they're going to have a coin. I do think they'll have a coin down the road. If Opcat happens, I think they'll have a catnip coin. So I think that's something. I am also, again, maybe naive, but I am hoping they've got some kind of announcement coming here too about something that's coming up. I don't know what that would be at this point, because kind of all they've done is drop assets. You know what I mean? Like I've not seen anything tangible. It's been 2 years. So DeYank saying the Taproot Wizard community is strong. So that's why I kind of was walking it back as I'm saying it. They got a core community. It's always active. I think I was comparing it to something like, I'm used to the ETH communities, and they are very loud and very, very active. Again, Taproot Wizards it's just at a smaller scale, but it is quality. I'll say that. But in general, I don't think of Ordinals as a place for communities. It's premium collectibles, and for the most part, the end. But you might spend more time in the Taproot Wizards Discord than me. I rarely check it. And I rarely check it because I've never felt it being like crazy. I don't know. Good Vibes for me is a vibe. I enjoy the time there. I've always liked when I'm in Taproot Wizards, but just feels a little different. That said, I still think Taproot Wizards cook. I'm going to throw this on the radar. I don't think this is going on right now, but I think it's coming up shortly, like in 15 minutes. Both Luca Nets and Udi are going to be on FOMO Hour this morning. Both of them, which is fucking wild. Yeah, in 15 minutes that starts. So Udi at, this is Eastern time, 10:30 Eastern time. Luca at 10:45 Eastern time. Both of these dudes. And I'm sorry, but, I don't know why I'm saying I'm sorry. Taproot Wizards are kind of instantly, this might sound nuts, in the league of Pudgy Penguins. I think they are. It's going to be priced around that. If these get to 0.5, I mean, we're talking about a $40,000 asset. This is where you got to start thinking. It's tricky, but start thinking about the supply. There's 2,100 of these. A good chunk of holders are going to be holders. We have to start thinking about how many of those hit the market. And when they hit the market, when they're scooped up, how many of those at that point are off the market for a while? Quantum Cat's 3,300. How many are listed? This would help. 134. There's something really interesting here, guys. There's so few listed. They're so expensive, but there's so few listed. What's that percentage? 130. I can't math right now. Is that like 3%? Guys, I'm going to look it up. I'm so stupid. Do you guys, this is like boomer brain stuff, I think. There's some days where I could do percent stuff in my head, and I'm always surprised when I can do it. But there's other days I can't at all. I can't right now. 135 or so is what percent of 31? 31? I think that's right. It's not far off. 4%. So about 4% are listed. DeYank, I see. I'll check. Taproot Wizard holders are mostly based. Founders are LARPs. You got kicked from the Wizards Discord for shitting on Udi. Don't agree with his statements or his LARPness. Rant over. Dude, entitled to exactly what you're thinking and feeling. You know what's tricky? So like I am the CM for Crypto Bats, and at times we had people come in there, and it's such a tricky balance of letting people share their like honest opinions and takes, and then at the point where it's like too much. And I never feel like I get that right. And I wonder if anybody feels like they get that right. You know, it's like I want people to speak their mind, and but then there's a point where it's like, well, this is a place for good vibes. It's a tough fucking balance. I don't know your situation too, Token. You're a reasonable fucking dude, so I imagine you were bringing up some reasonable shit. Pudgy are building different. They're totally different kinds of assets. They are. I think so. You know, Taproot Wizard is, you know, whether you agree or not, this is what I believe it is. Taproot Wizard is a premium digital collectible, the end. Right? You know, like premium digital collectible. And then Pudgies are also that, but also, you know, it's the IP and the merch and all that. It's international IP, yes. And I don't think Taproot Wizards is really about IP. It's premium digital collectible, basically CryptoPunks. It's similar thing. Yeah, DeYank, I can't wait. I'm going to be tuning into that. Hood's good to see you, brother. So I think they're totally different products, and I think Taproot Wizards are going to live up to that potential. I do. I believe you hear my predictions down the road, and this ties into the AI stuff. We did talk about it again this week, but an abundance of money is coming. It has to. UBI is coming. You know, I had a good VC with some friends yesterday about what's coming. Again, a lot of jobs are going bye-bye in the next 10 years. A lot, guys. A fuck ton of jobs are gone. And if you have to try to predict what that's going to look like, to me, that's going to look like COVID lockdowns where people didn't go to their jobs for like a month or two, right? You had no work. I didn't. I worked in IT. We worked harder than ever. But a lot of people had no jobs, and they got paid to not have a jobs. Plus, we got stimmies, right? We got the government handouts. I think it's going to look an awful lot like that. At least for now, because I can't come up with an alternative. I think it's going to look like that. And I think we're all going to have more disposable income than we do right now. At the very least, I think we'll have a lot more than that. This is what people have been saying now for a couple of years. And Elon Musk saying it this week on a podcast, saying the exact same thing. They have to do this. It's like, again, UBI conversation. If you like it, UBI or not, it doesn't matter. Something like that has to happen. Jobs are going away. Jobs are going away. That's interesting volatility. Harder to lock money on JPEGs for no utility. I think the utility is overrated for the most part. Lock money on JPEGs. Shut up. Damn, I got to mute this tab. I think the I think utility's a little overrated. Like, again, talking Good Vibes Club with my brother, and he's like, what can they do? Token, this, that. He's like, it doesn't, people don't care. Like, exactly. It doesn't matter. Pure collectibles. Community is the most valuable thing. We're full circle. Community is the single most valuable thing because your NFT that gets you in a community, gets you whitelists. That is the best utility for an NFT. The community that hopefully gets enough attention to get whitelists. That's it. I mean, I don't know if anybody could even argue that. The biggest flex you have is a great NFT that gets you the best top tier whitelists that you make money off of. I think that's it. That is the core value of an NFT. It still is the community. And the vibes, it's entry into that club, and that club hopefully gets you some cool perks. I think that's it. I think after years now, we've seen that's really it. And I still think Bitcoin collectibles are different. I do. I think that period that's coming up, 10 years, UBI has to happen. It has to happen. And if that just means goods are free and which is crazy. This is crazy. I grew up like my parents very right-leaning, and UBI is a no-no. I grew up that way, and I don't agree. There has to be UBI. Has to be. Because nobody will have jobs. I mean, there's going to be so few jobs. It's going to be crazy. So when that happens, I don't know if I made this point. When that happens, I think people are going to have a lot of disposable income. And Elon said, too, you're finding fulfillment is going to be the challenge. I think people are going to go ape right back into digital collectibles. As crazy as that sounds, I wish I could bookmark this and come back in 10 years. I think people are going to go look for cool things, flexes, things that are scarce, because it is going to be an era of abundance. And I think Bitcoin NFTs, the top tier ones, are in a league of their own. There's only so many of them on digital gold, on an asset that I think at that time is worth millions. In 10 years, Bitcoin, I think, is not worth $1 million. I think it's worth millions. And at that point, again, I know this is fantasy too. I say that a lot. I think this is a fantasy scenario. Well, no, I don't. I don't actually. It sounds like fantasy. I don't think this is fantasy. 10 years down the road, I think Bitcoin's going to be in the millions per coin. And at that point, I got to imagine the top tier collectibles on that network, on that blockchain, are worth a lot. Because of their rarity, because, they are these Bitcoin. That's the future I see. And it all has to happen. All those things have to happen for that scenario to play out. AI has to replace jobs. There has to be UBI, right? And then Bitcoin has to reach that kind of adoption where it has that kind of price. Maybe it sounds nuts. I think that's reality. And that's the thing I have a good track record on, which is kind of feeling where society's going. And I think a lot of you guys too. If you found your way to NFTs, you probably have a really good radar for this stuff too. That's where I think it goes. And I think Taproot Wizards, now I'll do the thing. I think Taproot Wizards and Node Monks and Puppets and OMB and Quantum Cats, I think are going to see that 1 or 2 Bitcoin floor. There is a crazier scenario. It does sound nuts, Casper. It does. It does sound nuts. I think it's unavoidable. The AI thing. Casper, did you hear that clip of Elon Musk? Like, Casper, I'm curious, your thoughts on where we go. There it is. Where do you guys think we go in 10 years? Like, do we agree, guys, that most jobs, like a lot of jobs, are going bye-bye? Like a ton. Like I don't even know how to quantify it. A majority? I don't even know. Half the jobs out there go bye-bye. I'm talking like in retail and, your busy bee workers at, your whatever corporate office. Pen pushers, paper pushers, you know what I mean? Like, do we all agree that that's all going bye-bye, completely gone in 10 years? All automated, all AI agents, all AI. And then everywhere else, robots doing these tasks. I think we all agree that that's coming. Yep. I think it's way sooner than people think. We get to play with these agents now, and we get this insight into other things going on out there. It's happening really fast. BankerBot and Hey Anon, and then even Wayfinder. There's these AI applications that do all your money stuff for you. You just tell it what to do. Yeah. Yes, but the flip is that I believe that white collar are. I agree with you, Volatility. I think that too. I think that is completely at risk. I'm with you. I think that's too. I think it's like the retail stuff, and I think it's that. I think it's the white collar jobs are huge, probably more at risk than the others, or just as at risk. Dude, again, my whole life was in corporate America, right? You know, in finance at first, and then IT. All those jobs go bye-bye. All of them. All of them. You feed AI all your technical documentations. You tell the agent it's all going bye-bye, dude. Coders, artists, singers, accountants, all of it. And there'll still be humans that do parts of that stuff too. But man, if you can automate it for a fraction of the cost, and it's going to be a tiny fraction of the cost, you're going to do it. And then that money those places are making, they're still making, but they're going to have to find ways to distribute it to people. Otherwise, you've got billions of people who have nothing, and they're coming for your head. Interesting. Token, your job's going to be gone soon. Work in publishing, you can see it within 6 months. We stopped hunting 6 months ago. It's going to be extinct, really. Dude, that's fascinating. What is it that you were hunting for? Like people to publish with you? Banker bought NFT, dude. I didn't know. Cool shit. Yeah, dude. Token, that I got a buddy who works in film, and he's saying that there's like media studios shutting down too because of AI. Like that's actively happening. One big one, he said, just gone overnight, just like disappeared, like shut down because that's it. Everybody's doing AI. It's, guys, 10 years off, that's an automatic that's happening. But I think Iraq said 5 years. Yeah, 5 years. I think it's 5 years out. It's way, way, way sooner. It's way sooner than a decade out. In 10 years, yes, we won't. Dude, this world will not. It's going to look like pre-internet era to internet era. It's going to look like mid-90s versus mid-2000s. Or like, it'll look like mid-90s to then 2015. You know what I mean? Like that big of a leap. That big of a leap where we had like flip phones. I think that was back then. I'm getting it all. No, we didn't have flip phones in the mid-90s. It's going to look like, is it flip phones to like smartphones, but even more? It's that plus internet plus social media. It's going to be a whole different world. Cutie, same with your jobs. Computer Science Corporation. Yeah, those jobs are going. Coders going to be gone. Support going to be gone. Network engineers gone. All of that gone. You don't need it. You don't need it. You can give an agent like CCNA trading material and all those other Cisco certifications. Give them all that. Give them all the Windows certifications. Train your agent on all that shit, and they can read your screen, and they can connect to whatever. They support everything and build out everything for you. It's all going away. It's all going away. You don't need to learn to code anymore. You don't need to do anything anymore. It's crazy. Heidi's dude, thank you, man. Super nice of you. It's all going away. And the physical stuff's going away, too. The robots are going to be really good in a decade. It's all going bye-bye. It's crazy. Anyway, I do believe a lot of that's going to go to scarce digital assets. Because where else is it going to go? They're going to have to pay us. And again, I could be completely wrong. All I can do is draw on what we've seen in the past. We saw COVID lockdowns. We saw what it looks like when companies have to give you money and the government has to give you money. Otherwise, everything falls apart. They're going to have to give us money. And we're going to be a little reckless with our money. We're going to buy Taproot Wizards. Food, yeah. And so, yeah, I think those things are basically be provided, or they'll be free, or it's the same thing. It's like they're free because we're getting free money to go buy that food. And I know there's some other people who think it's going to be not that good, as in jobs go bye-bye, but they're not throwing us any freebies. They don't give a shit about us. But I think COVID showed that they have to. They have to do it. So, you threw your entire financial portfolio into AI to create a financial plan. It told you to get out of crypto. No shit, huh? Zep, but still need a companion. Maybe our job will be easier in the future. Maybe AI uses us as a companion. So AI's doing the work, but it keeps us around to keep it company. But yeah, who knows what the UBI looks like. I just look back to COVID times as like an example. And here's the other part. This is actually pretty important. Here's another thing. It's that, okay, check this. What we're doing right now in crypto is kind of UBI. kind of. It's not really, but hear me out. Just us participating in this like tokenized world. Here and there, we get big old airdrops, right? And we get stimmies, and if we're in the right thing at the right time, it's profitable for us. I think more and more like regular businesses come on chain and they start doing the same thing. And it's just going to be basically a participation economy. I'm talking about out my ass, by the way. I'm just like brainstorming. But just being a part of things, going to the supermarket, they already have rewards programs, right? And coupons and freebies, buy one, get one free. But it's that like hyperized. I've used that word twice today. But like hyperized, just like it is on chain. And here and there, it's like free. And this one airdrop. And this one, you know, nice stimmy. And then this one I lost a little. But I think like the whole world turns into some form of that. I think what we're doing now actually is bigger than we realize. And I think that happens a lot. We do a thing. It's normal to us. And we don't realize that it's actually part of a bigger thing. Anyway, just a whole bunch of fun speculation. It's going to get crazy. I have no doubt about how crazy it's going to get out there. And all that, and coming full circle and saying, I think a lot of that's coming to digital collectibles. I believe that. I believe that entirely. It's all coming to NFTs. By the way, I don't think it's coming to all NFTs or all. It's just, again, the rarest of the rarest of the rarest, I think will have a lot of people that are bidding for it. So we'll see, and we'll adjust that prediction over time. But so far, that's been my thesis, and I'm sticking to it, and I only believe in it more and more. Okay, we got the final Basu mint coming up here. That's coming on the 24th. What is that, Monday? It's coming on Monday. All right, that was shorter than I thought. Okay, that was cool. That was cool animation. Plasticites. Isn't it crazy how much history we've already witnessed and what's still coming? I don't know any other generation that's experienced this much for people like 30 plus. Dude, yes, that was also part of our chat yesterday. I'm sure every generation thinks they're special, and it's true. I'm 44. I got to live through pre-internet era, to see internet catch on, to see the mobile, cellular phones, and that evolve into what it is today with these crazy computers in our pockets, to computing just becoming what it is. It's of seeing the evolution of AI and quantum. It's fucking wild what we've seen and how the world's changed. And the next generation, I do think similar. They're going to see the world the way they saw growing up, which is they had their little game or their little leapfrog. And like I think of my kids, they had their leapfrog little gaming thing, and they had a DS, and then they, by the way, we got the TV shit too, the old tube TVs to like what they are now, crazy shit everywhere. But we're going into like AI running everything. So the kids are going to have the before AI. They lived through AI happening. Their robotics, hologram shit. Like it's going to get wild, and it's really cool. What do I think about Taproot Wizard's future price as it linked to OG Bitcoiners? I mean, just in general, man, it's the same predictions. It's like a 1 or 2 Bitcoin floor, with Bitcoin being, Taproot Wizards probably being the top dog. Collection's so small. It's kind of that simple. It's kind of that simple. I think they'll be worth a lot. I see that extreme case scenario, where they're like, maybe up to 5 Bitcoin. And those predictions, I always got to say this too, is always for a short window of time, like peak euphoric part of a hypey cycle. There's a part of the, there's a little slice of time, a little sliver, where it's going to be like insane prices. And insane prices have to be more insane than last time. And I think it happens again. All right, the final Basu pre-sale, the 24th, $180 in ETH. So that price will change a little bit. 180 will stay firm. 8,888. Anybody here minting those, by the way? I am not. But I know people like them. I don't get this take, and maybe it's because I haven't followed it well enough. But Nazca saying, don't get tricked into thinking Final Basu can replicate GVC. So they raised 1.5 mil, or will, via this sale, which nobody cared about for 2 years. So they have a Genesis collection. They already have a collection. And apparently they were shilling their NFTs, and they never paid their influencers, which, whatever. It's gross. It's not gross. Whatever. It's the game. I think, God, I might have this wrong, but I think I saw a tweet. Let's see if I can find it actually. That was showing, I think it was these guys, but showing in their Discord, their announcements, they get no engagement. But on X, it's a totally different story, and it makes it feel very botted. See, let me just see if I can find that. If it was them, it's like pretty telling. Like it was like Discord announcement gets 3 engagements. On X, they get like hundreds of likes on every post. It might not be them, but I think it was. Let's see if I can find it. Kind of related, guys, kind of. I also think the Moran thesis is correct. I still do. It's all part of the same conversation. If everything's coming on chain, the top clubs are going to be worth a lot of money. It's all part of the same. It's like if one of those things happens, to me, it happens for all of them. Oh, dude, I'm missing still some of our biggest stories. I got to move. I'm sorry. We're fucking preaching today. I do want to find that tweet. If I can find it in the next, 10 seconds. I'm not going to find it. God, it was so good, too. It was a Discord screenshot and then a screenshot of X. And again, the engagement, it's fake. Guys, most of the engagement, you know what? Takeaway is this. Almost everything you see on X is fake. Just in general. The engagement's fake. Views are fake. Fucking people talking about a thing that they love is fake. It's almost all fake, guys. Just remember that. With everything, always. It's all fake. Yeah, I'll move on. I'm not going to find that, but I do think Murad's right also. Azuki's got some physical collectibles coming. PBT-enabled Bucketman Red Edition figurine. So Azuki holders get to pre-order. Each person can pre-order 1. It is a physical collectible. It's pretty cool. They also got a card game coming, which I like that. And it kind of reminds me, Pudgy's got their card game. Not official Pudgy Penguins, but a community member who put it and gets a lot of support from Pudgy Penguins. Good shit. I like that stuff a lot. So Azuki TCG comes from partially Steve, who's part of the Ethereum Foundation. It's pretty damn cool. Plays your elementals, your beans using their traits. That's cool. I think, by the way, it's physical with backed by NFTs. I am not 100% sure. I do see physicals. I do think the NFTs play a part.
I think right now the TCG industry as a whole is booming. Kids love it, adults love it, everyone loves it, and all the markets are super active, so there's a massive demand for collecting trading cards. I think it's a good fit for Azuki in general. Hi, I'm John. Originally, I was hired to do games, different projects like anime.com.
All right, we're not going to watch that. Anyway, they got I think a really cool card game. I like that shit. I like it. What else we got? DeFi Dungeons. I am not super plugged into this, but I think, this is hypey. This thing's got hype. Plasticites. Not an anime guy. Thinking about trying to use your presale. Interesting. Dude, nice. It looks like a cook. It feels like that. Again, what's real and what's not. That I struggle with. DeFi Dungeons. $130 million in their vault. Like the people committed to this game, I think towards a token, I think. I saw Beanie tweeting about this. They do have a gold token. That's live trading. Actually, let's go peek at like market cap here. 21 mil market cap. Yeah, so that just launched yesterday. It looks like every other token out there right now. I don't know, good or bad or what. Don't know. I still don't see anything on the horizon that gets us really sending, OpenSea airdrop, Dude token, Taproot Wizards probably get us cooking for a few days. Steady Teddies. I do think okay. It depends. OpenSea matters a lot. I think Taproot Wizards are going to, for a few days, maybe even a week, have this space like cooking. I do. That's a lot of money that's about to move around. And especially people who sell their Tapper some funds to go spend in. I think money's going to be moving. We'll see how impactful, you know. Pump Fund major announcement. This could have been much earlier in the stream. Pump Fund announcing their new deck. It's called Pump Swap. So, man, these tokens migrate directly on their own platform. From Pump Fund right to Pump Swap. I definitely heard some FUD about this. People thinking you're less incentivized to get to that bonding curve because it happens, I think, almost instantly. And that little delay somehow gamified the Pump Fund experience a bit. I don't agree. I don't know if I agree. I don't know if I care. It's pretty interesting seeing them keep it in house. Hang on. We got some comments. Cutie, I'll check on that. And Zep, we'll address yours too. I did not get my Node Monk yet. And I'm still debating if I go real public. He said it's going to happen, but hasn't happened. I really want that fucking thing. I can give you a little more info. Maybe well, it doesn't matter. I know, but basically it was somebody else because it was a separate collection releasing, very partnered with the main collection. The other guy was responsible for that, and he didn't do it. So now the main guy is going to have to do it. It's weird. It's weird, and it should have been done. It should have been done. Let's see. Talking Cato. Did anyone else claim their Cato recently? You weren't eligible because you didn't have any yaps. Wait, did they just do it? Is there another drop today? Was there a Cato distribution today? Pump Fund is great product market fit. You got to give them that. Absolutely extracting a fuck ton. Tons of money. But it's product market fit. Dude, now I want to check Cato. I hope I got a new little stimmy. Do we check? Where do we check? Dude, it's so crazy. I've been in the top 500 twice now for the broader thing, the broader one. There's no way anywhere close to that since. I only rank when it's like perfect timing. I've got some tweets that get a little traction, but also the big tweeters are gone on the weekend. Then I might break in. Oh, this is from the old one. Okay, got it. I sold mine. I wish I didn't because I think it lowers your amount for future drops. So I'm not gonna get as much next time. Can I do invites? Do they have like any kind of invite system? Because people ask me all the time how to get on, and I have no idea. I don't even know how I got on. I just went there and I happened to be there. But you do have invite links. I'm gonna drop an invite link. That might allow you to get on. If anybody wants, I'll drop it in the chat. I don't know. I never knew. I didn't. Yeah. Here, I'll drop that. I didn't know. All right, dropped it in the chat. There's some Cato invites. I don't know if those are hard to come by or not, so it's pretty cool. All right, what else we got? Zach XBT, this is cool. Okay, Pump Swap, really fucking cool. Dex, all kinds of, it's not just Pump Fund tokens, right? Like PENGU will be trading there. I like it. Zach XBT figured out who the Hyperliquid Whale is, this person who keeps doing these big old shorts. I think we got the North Korean hacker, but there's a different guy too. TLDR, he's traced some transactions going back years, and let's just get right to it. This fucking little weirdo who's been busted for, like, you know, financial crimes before, kind of like wire fraud type shit. He got again. He'll get got again. Anyway, whatever. Zach is cool. Yeah, he's cool. DeFi coming to Abstract. So ETH staking on Abstract. I like it. I still think Abstract's going to be a monster. I do. A monster. MoonPay got a $200 million credit line from Galaxy. MoonPay. Also one of those good product market fit kind of things, right? Like very, very good. Very fucking good, guys. Awesome shit. And then we'll, I think, end here, but like, does this mean something? You go to runecoin.com and it redirects to ordinals.com with a picture of the RSIC logo, season 2. Does it mean anything? I don't even want to click that, I don't think. Yeah, let's do it. I don't think it means shit. I've got one of those like RSIC miners. I don't think it means anything. We'll see. We will see. We have. We'll end on this one. Some of you guys got Kindred AI whitelist spots. I believe that mint's coming up next week, and they have a token coming called Kin. Interesting. All right, let me double check if there's anything new here. We know the supply. We know they're free. I think 2 of you guys got whitelists. Maybe 3. I would love to get more, but these are pretty in demand. Staking the Clara NFT makes you eligible for an allocation at Kin and priority access to anything that comes across Kindred. So Kindred's got a partnership coming with Pudgy Penguins, like Pudgy Penguin AI companions. That might be spicy right there. You have this Clara NFT, you stake it, you might get priority access to the Pudgy companions. I don't know for sure, but just kind of reading between the lines on this one. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. All right, guys, again, probably no swarm report today. I got to play that by ears. Kids are off early. I have to take one to the dentist. I'm seeing if somebody else can do it. The missus cannot. So maybe no swarm report this afternoon. So heads up about that. Check in. Maybe you're surprised and I'm surprised and happen to be there. We'll see. I will be streaming this weekend, guys. I stream Saturday and Sunday as well over on my own channel. That's Inside NFTs. Usually pretty long. We usually go about 3 hours, sometimes 4 or 5. I imagine we're going to have a lot to chat about. Probably, like I always say this, I want to kick off a Spaces too. It's not often we all get to chat together. So might kick off a Spaces this weekend as well. So we'll see about that. Of course, make sure you're subscribed over here. Channel name change coming. I don't want you missing. So subscribe, SlamX Official, over on YouTube, and you know the deal. Follow CryptoSlamIO on X. Man, hope everybody has a killer day. A killer day. I love hanging with you guys like always. And then we'll see you again soon, guys. Have a great day. We'll see you this weekend, I hope. Peace.